Cyberpunk 2077. You beat the game. You're an absolute savage.
I did, yeah.
I am jealous, to say the least. Well, I don't know. Because I just imagine what that would look like, that setting. You know, Willie Doo lights a candle. You're so relaxed. I picture you being so relaxed playing this game. Because it's about 15 hours to beat it, right?
15, 20, yeah.
For
the main campaign.
15 to 20 hours for the main campaign. So I got to picture a comfort level that you would have for 15 to 20 hours.
Definitely.
So explain the setup to me. I want to just paint the picture of what you look like doing that.
Well, underwear, obviously.
Wow.
And
probably MeUndies, right?
MeUndies, yeah.
Right. Good.
Pajamas off. And I'm just chilling on my PC, just hanging out.
Wow.
Headphones for sure. Gotta get the ambience.
Headphone experience. How loud you have them turned up?
Max.
Max?
Yeah.
That can be a little jumpy.
Yeah.
At max.
Yeah.
Is there any stuff that caught you off guard? At max, did you get a little suspense, a little something at any point?
Yeah, the music is really good.
Okay.
The soundtrack.
I heard that. I heard about that, yeah. Are there snacks involved in your session?
No. Not really, no. Hydration, yes. Need to,
just plain water?
Yeah, I would say.
Cold or not even cold?
Temperate.
Oh my goodness gracious. That's terrible.
What do you mean?
I can't put up with this.
That's my vibe.
I can't put up with this. So it's like a glass of room temperature water?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Sounds
my
like...
room is actually pretty cold, so it kind of balances
Okay, it's a little better than room temperature. Interesting. And how about Otis? He's
just chilling beside my desk.
Wow.
In his little nook.
And then 15 hours. Do you feel like the 15 hours went fast or slow?
Oh, way fast.
Went fast.
Yeah, I was in the story.
You were into it.
Cyberpunk is really good with the whole experience.
Oh, we should just ask you real quick.
Okay.
I keep interrupting your explanation. But Pete, this is the real question people need to know.
Yeah.
What kind of a rig were you playing it on, and how were the graphics?
So I ran a 2080 Ti on a laptop, and I was playing. Well, it's a PC setup, and I was playing 2K resolution. Not a fan of like the 4K. I would rather prefer quality over quality in terms of like
the features in the game.
Yeah, like
textures.
I guess performance. Yeah,
right.
not quality, performance. Like higher frame rate
or lower
resolution. That's kind of what I go for.
Right.
And it was butter. I was getting like 80 frames per second, which is pretty good.
So you weren't on the laptop though. You were the laptop pushing out to a monitor over HDMI.
Yeah.
So you had a bigger display as well.
Yep.
Nice.
And it was fine. Like I encountered bugs. There are bugs there for sure. One that was game breaking, but other than that, it's been pretty solid, I would say.
All right. So that's Willie Doo's review right there.
But I feel for the console players, the last gen.
Willie Doo gives it an A++.
I actually do. It's a really great game. Y'all should check it out. It's good.
Not everybody is on the same page, as he says he feels for the console players. Apparently, according to this article, Cyberpunk 2077 issues have cost the founders of CD Projekt more than $1 billion off of their value. This doesn't mean that $1 billion left their bank account, but they're obviously heavily invested in the company. Company is distributed amongst these founders, and collectively, they've seen $1 billion wiped out because of the stock market and the public's reaction to the game, some of the negative press and the negative experiences, which led people to sell their stock, essentially lowering the stock price of the company and wiping that $1 billion out. However, you and I, we were checking on this. Well, we're checking on it right now. We were checking on it a little bit earlier. It seems to be recovering a little bit. You look at the 5-day there. We're definitely up from the low, but it did plummet pretty hard from peak. I mean, it's obviously hard to meet the pre-release hype post-release, but as you can see, it's starting to come back a little bit. You and I were talking about CD Projekt's track record, having done the Witcher project and servicing it, supporting that project for an extended period after the release. The expectation here, such a big project, such a big game, that they would do the same. In fact, on the call, what was it? It was like a investors call with the CEO of the company stating, look, we're committed to this game. We apologize for the experience. We're going to keep fixing this game, and we have the resources to do so. And the actual cost, in fact, this is another thing he said, the cost of going in and making these fixes pales in comparison to the amount that's already been invested, saying it won't be that big of a deal. I'm not too worried about it. Obviously trying to build the investors back up, saying, hey, don't jump ship. Don't go sell these shares right now. Well, obviously that would impact me personally, but also not me personally, but if I were the CEO, but also just to instill some level of confidence in the end user who's going to hear that call or read those reports and try to decide for themselves, okay, how angry should I be? Am I hunting for a refund, or am I going to let this one play out a little bit and see if these bug fixes and things come through? And who knows, maybe these guys get their billion back. Yeah.
Hopefully the gamers will win in this situation. It's just a matter of time. We'll see.
Takes time.
It takes time to make a great
which
game.
Believe it or not, it's hard enough in regular life to get people to buy that. Like, no one wants to hear that. Oh, it takes time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you're trying to buy or build, or I was talking about my headphones not showing up, like that excuse, the excuse of time in our era right now when everything is so immediate, it's a tough pitch. This game took so long to build already, and then you're like, nah, it's going to take a little bit more time. And people are like, time? I'm out of time. I'm not saying they're right or wrong. I agree with you. It takes time. It's going to continue to take time. In fact, I was saying to you earlier, some people perceive these projects like they do Hollywood films, like movies.
Yeah.
But a movie is way simpler on a number of levels, maybe not every level, but on a number of levels than executing a project like this. This is more like software. Well, it is software. And we're at a point where these projects are so enormous that these types of bug fixes, patches, it's just become the expectation. And maybe if we shift our idea a little bit about what these things are, if we look at them like operating systems and less like movies, maybe we can get to a healthier place with our expectations.
Yeah, it's I mean, a little bit of patience is
I mean, it does feel like a movie when you're in it, but the complexity of executing this thing compared to a movie, it's many layers deeper.
Yeah, I guess as soon as you interact with whatever people created, it becomes infinitely more complicated.
Variables, unbelievable. Movie, you just got to get yourself in front of it.
Yeah.
And have a half decent setup to watch it.
Yeah.
It's hard to figure out where games fit from that sense because there's narrative, there's characters. It feels more like a movie, but if you were to look at the bits, if you were to look at the data, sure don't look like a movie.
Zeros and ones?
Yeah, sure don't look like a movie.
Yeah.
Look at the code.